The following is brought to you by 810 Studios.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Cutting Through the Red Tape. It is your girl LaShonta. Listen, I am super excited to be back with you guys one more time. And you guys guessed it, this is season 2. So we are kicking off season 2 with my friend Shannon. Oh my gosh. Yes, so Shannon is gonna be here on the show with me today. And I know y'all see that it look a little different because I am not in my normal seat. So I know I kind of gave that away. I am not in my normal seat because today my friend Shannon is going to interview me on my own show. So I'm super excited, guys. Listen, we have been preparing for season 2, and it is finally here. Season 2 of Cutting Through the Red Tape with your girl LaShonta. Listen, I have been traveling and I have been doing some things that I've been wanting to do, and it has been such an amazing experience. Season 1 was definitely a great season. If you have the opportunity or if you have the time, check us out on YouTube. You can go back and pull up my shows from season 1, and just kind of get a feel of what season 2 is going to be about. Season 2 is going to be bold. It's going to be vibrant. We're going to have a whole lot of fun on season 2. And we have some very special guests coming. Also, we're going back to the mount, to the big stage. So I'm very excited about that today. But y'all know how we do it. We cut straight through the red tape, and I'm so glad about it. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the host for today, Miss Shannon. Girl, you better talk on this show.
Hi, my name is Shannon. I met Shanta when she was doing Adult Summit. When she was on her nonprofit, I was one of the speakers, and it was very interesting how Shanta asked me to be on the show. So first she invited me to the show, and you invited me to the show. I think it was Chuck's show. You invited me to who was it? The girl that spoke first.
About the book?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
That was yeah, we know her.
Yes.
Yeah, we know her.
Okay, so I did 10 Chuck shows too. But we were at
Red Hill.
Church,
I never forget it.
And you said first you invited me to the show, and then you said at the end of the invitation, like, because you may be my next speaker. And I'm like, okay. So okay. So then you saw me at Red Hill Church, and you I'll never forget it.
Never forget it.
Yes, sorry. Verse 3, 5, and 6. And until this day, he's still rerouting.
I love that. And we're here now.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
It was amazing how I saw your face. And as soon as I saw your face, the Lord was like, her. And I'm like, wow. But I don't know her. Like, he like, I know, but you about to get to know her. And it was your yes, like, because you didn't know me from Adam or Eve.
And there's such age difference.
Right.
I went to school with my younger sisters, like,
right. And I didn't even know that you were sisters until, you know what I'm saying, we got to know each other, got to talking and stuff. And then you were one of the speakers, and your story is so powerful still to this day. And so having you be a part of the movement, I think it has done some good. I think it has done some good.
I'm very honored to really. And as I told you earlier, I was going to say, hey, Shanta, let me interview you.
Yeah, girl.
But it worked out.
It worked out.
It worked out.
It worked out. And I am super excited about it. I'm super excited about you being on the show with me. Us being able to partner one more time and come together and push this out. So I'm ready. At least I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Am I ready? I think I'm ready. Yes.
All right, we're gonna start with a simple question. How would you describe?
Okay, so I'm a hard person to describe because I think when you look at who I am, I'm a ball of emotions. Um, I love hard, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a partner or a spouse or you know what I'm saying, a significant other. I just love people hard. You know what I'm saying? I love what I do hard. I notice that anything that I put my hand to, I try my best to go about it um, in the most way that's going to bring results. Does that make sense? Yeah, like I work hard at that thing to see it come to life. And so that's just pretty much who I am. I love Christ. He is the head of my house. I have two beautiful children. I have one son who is no longer with us. But my daughter is almost 20 and my son is 13 and running behind them too. My goodness, Lord have mercy. It has been an absolute joy being their mom, and being someone that they can look up to. And because I don't always be the right, so I'm not going to sit up here and talk about me being the perfect parent or the perfect person. Because listen,
we won't be. We won't be. But as long as our kids see that we are trying and that they think that we are,
that's all that matters.
A superhero or perfect mom or whoever they think we are. That's it.
That's
all
it.
that matters.
That's all that matters. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about having. I'm excited about transformation. That's what I want to say. I'm excited about transformation. I'm excited about being a new creature. You know, because the Bible talks about us being new. And and if we are staying the same, then something is wrong. And so evolution means it just that, to evolve. It means you have to. I look at it. I look at it as I never looked at a butterfly and its process until I started out as a caterpillar. And I did not start out as a caterpillar until I was about 38, 39 years old.
I just watched a documentary of how a butterfly, and do you know they have to push the transformation that they have to go through, and they look nothing like
the end result. Nothing
at all.
So
no
resemblance. And so you cannot tell me that you are okay with being the exact same person your whole entire life. I will absolutely think that there's something wrong. If you are not expecting change, if you are not expecting elevation, then I don't know what to tell you. Absolutely. I want to elevate.
Absolutely.
I want to elevate, and I want to be better. I want to do better. And so every day I wake up, I strive to do just that. So that's who I am.
All right. What has been one of your most significant learning experiences thus far?
I learned my most significant learning experiences was learning me. Learning me. Learning me and processing that instead of being who people thought I should be.
So I'll ask you this question. Have you ever looked up what your name means?
I have.
Isn't it?
You looked it up?
I looked up what my name.
Oh, your name?
But I'm just saying, once you look up what your name means, and you start with that.
Yeah.
Because that's something that was given to you. You had no control over that.
No control
over that. So somebody had to give you that And so you have to start with that and
Yeah.
then build on.
And build on.
Yeah.
And I did not, and it's funny that you say that because I did not look up my name until probably about maybe 7 years ago. I was working at Amazon. And for the life of the people calling that phone, baby, they could not get LaShonta right. Do you hear me? They would call, and people still to this day struggle with saying my name. And that's why now I have learned to correct them because my name is powerful. There was a lady on the phone with me and she was like, what is your name? And I said, LaShonta. And she said, what is that? And I said, LaShonta. And she said, huh? I said, you can just call me Renee. And she said, no, I want to call you by your name. How do you spell that? This lady went to Google and she told me everything about my name. And from that moment forward, I began to correct people and say, no, my name is LaShonta. And it has meaning to my name. And it is so funny that you said that. And when I think about what my name means, like light, joy, like everything exciting, that's who I am. That's who I am.
It is. And when I looked up my name and when I looked at the meaning of it, I'm like you, that is everything that I am. So it goes back to, God knew who I was before in the womb.
And how he aligned it.
How he aligned it. And that he knew that was going to be your name.
He knew it.
And my mother told me that whether boy or girl, my name was going to be Shannon.
Okay.
Whether boy or girl. So I am who I am.
And you are absolutely right. We are who we are. And I think it's important that we spend that time to get to know who we are. Yes. It's very important that you spend that time getting to know who you are.
Because I've learned it. If you don't know who you are, then you'll let anything connect to you. And that is not even who you are. And then it's hindsight and it's not even who you are. But you have to take the time to learn who you are.
Who you are.
Who you are. All right. All right. Next question. Let's see. Can you share a defining moment that changed your perspective on life?
The defining moment that changed my perspective on life was my separation. And I say that because I had to really take my feelings out of it. Like it was a process of taking my feelings out of it because God is bigger than it. He's bigger than it all. You get what I'm saying? Just like you was just saying how God knew you before you were even formed. He knew I was going to go through this process. So I had to change my perspective. I had to say, okay, God, just like you created me, you created him. You get what I'm saying? Just like you mold me, you mold him. You know what I'm saying? Just like you gave me choice, you gave him choice. Does that make sense? I had to say to myself, the choice was made. Although I didn't make the choice, the choice was made. And I had to switch from being upset at the choice and see the lesson out of the choice and change my perspective by saying, okay, God, this is where you want me. How are you going to mold me in this season or at this time or in this place? What would you have me to do here? Because this is where I am. I'm no longer there. I'm here. And so my perspective went from a negative somewhat into a positive. Because I had to get through that negative spot. I had to get through that negative spot in order to find the positive of it all.
So, would you say Romans 8:28 means
That's me. That's me.
29, 30, and 31 too? You gotta keep going, because if he calls you, he'll keep you. He'll keep you, I had to learn that. So many of us stop at 8:28. But we gotta go 29, 30, and 31 because
it's like it's almost like when it starts at Romans 8:28, it's almost like that's him scooping you up.
Yes.
It's almost like that's him scooping you up. All things. And it said, and I love that scripture because it doesn't say the bad things. It doesn't say the good things. It say all things. It doesn't say some things. It says all things. And that let me know from that moment that even though my feelings is hurt, even though I feel lost, even though I'm struggling with what's next, he plainly tells me that this hurt is going to work for my good. This struggle is going to work for my good. This pain is going to work for my good. This separation is going to work for my good. This joy going to work for my good. This laughter going to work for my good. You get what I'm saying? All things.
Because it's what your name is. And how can it not?
How can it not? How can it not? So that was it. And I was telling somebody, I said, when Jesus went to the cross and he died, he didn't just die for me. He died for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And when he rose with all power in his hand, when he came out, he offered salvation to everybody. He didn't force it. He didn't say, I'm making you take this. He didn't give us what they call it, ultimatum. Nope. He gave us a choice. And if Jesus can give, and who is all powerful and who is all knowing, if he gives choice, who am I? You get what I'm saying? Who am I? I'm not. You absolutely have the choice to do whatever it is that you want to do.
I often say, it says, everybody is called, but few are chosen. I like to say that I'm called and chosen because I made a choice. It calls everybody, but I made a choice.
You made a choice to go. So you chose. That's good.
All right. So, what are some of your goals with this newly found life?
Girl, listen. Listen, you might not want to ask me that because you're going to be thinking I'm a little crazy, and that's okay. But my goals is to go as high as the good Lord would have me to go. And I'm going to work, and I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to keep moving because his ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. And we serve a big God who can do big and incredible things. And so that's the problem with us. We think too small. We think too small, like it's too small.
Really. And I'm learning, and I've heard I'm learning, if you can do it on your own, it's not a God goal.
It's not a God goal. It's not something that. That's not something that he ain't even. And Lord, I know you listen, but he ain't even listening because that's something that you can do. You need to tell. I tell people all the time, baby, I'm finna go, and I ain't got but $2 in my pocket. But when I get there, wherever I'm going, it's gonna be there for me. That's the type of person that I am.
Yes.
You have to be.
That's faith. That's faith. And that is like we were just talking about where it says all things will be together. You have. I learned that every word in the Bible means something. Every word. And when it says now faith, that's what you just talking about.
Now faith.
Now faith.
Now faith. Like, okay, and I get, that the Bible says that he will not have us to be made ignorant. So, of course, I understand that there are some things that I have to do on my own.
Absolutely.
But then there are some things that I absolutely know that I can't because I can't afford it.
Right.
I can't afford it.
Right. So all you have to do is have a vision.
Have the vision.
And he'll probably provision.
And then the Bible tells me that we serve a God who has a cattle on 1,000 hills, that he owns everything. Baby, it don't even matter. It's mine anyway. It's just in your pocket.
That's it.
That's it. And so whenever I get there, I'm gonna be able to eat. I'm gonna be able to sleep. I'm gonna be able to do whatever it is I want to do because he has blessed you to bless me, and this is the circle of life.
Yes, ma'am.
but I want my podcast to go as far as it possibly can. And I know that God can do it. I know that he can. I'm just now starting up my t-shirt business. And so I haven't been doing much, but I'm trying to do better with getting stuff, out on time. Thank y'all for your patience. I am trying to pick that back up, but I had to take a step back so that I could secure me and my children. When most of you guys know that I ran my own business downtown called Anointed Prints and Crafts right here in the city of Clinton. And when I started transitioning, I knew that emotionally and physically at that time, I was not going to be able to continue. So I made the best decision and choice, which was to close my business and to find something more permanent so that I could make sure that me and my children were going to be good. Because, like I said, he will not have us to be made ignorant. I know the bills is too. They gotta be paid.
And it's just not the right time. Sometimes we go ahead of God.
That's right.
And he'll let us go as far as he will.
Yeah, and then he'll pull us back. And so that was how that transpired. And I went into education, which I absolutely love. I love it. I love it. I mean, it's a feeling. It's children have the purest hearts. Whether they mean, whether they loving, it's pure.
It's pure.
If a child don't like you, they don't like you.
And they'll tell you. They'll show you.
They'll show you. Because half of them can't even talk. They don't even put a sentence together that well. But baby, when the love is not there, you will know it. But when the love is there, you will know it. Absolutely. And I was telling somebody the other day, I said, every time I come to work, these children heal me just a little more. Just a little more, they heal me.
I swear. I used to tell my son, I was looking on Facebook the other day, and there was one time where there was always 6 or 7 of them, because you say from practice all the time, 6 or 7 of them came off. And they were in there arguing, going in my living room. And one of them was like, how about we take a long nap to practice? I was like, remind me to Facebook him.
Right.
Because when I get ready to take him to practice, but I used to tell them all the time, when y'all go on with your life and do good and stay out of trouble and I can look back and say, these were at my house and I used to tell them, this is what not to do. This is what to do. And that's a healing process. And I look at those boys and, my favorite, like how she, grown on, and all of them are doing, even Jeremiah just like, all of them are doing so good. None of them are,
Children take.
And I smile.
Yeah.
And they still hate me, Shannon, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So,
yes. Children they grasp onto the positive. We think that children do things out of, just being who they are, but naturally they want to be the best.
Absolutely.
They want to do good. They want to, you know what I'm saying? Naturally, they do, because I see it every day.
Yes.
With second grade, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kick the ball the hardest. How do you kick a ball harder than somebody else?
They are very
They are better, girl. Let me tell you. But the love, you know, the hugs, you know what I'm saying? They naturally pour into you without effort, you know, and that's something that I wish us as adults would do. When you know, I do it, you know, that's if you've ever been with me anywhere and I see a bad sister, or now I try not to do the fellas too much, because listen, child, I ain't got time to be fighting at Walmart, baby, over your man, because I told him his tie looked good, girl. But I wish that we as a human race would do better with uplifting each other when we're out somewhere or when we're in public, because you just never know what people are dealing with and what people are going through in the world today. A lot of people hide behind smiles. Ask me how I know. I did it for a year. I hid behind a smile.
And, I'm learning. I'm taking this leadership class, and it's just teaching me that even though we try to hide behind those smiles, when you walk by somebody and it's a fake smile or something, we still feel that.
Yeah.
Because we're wondering why. Why did I just feel that and she's smiling?
Right.
You know, you're confused. So it's still there. It's
still there. Like it's something. It's kind of hard to move past a hurting smile. For me, it is. For me, it's hard to move past a hurting smile. And so I try my best, even when I'm, you know, sad or whenever I'm going through and I'm having a hard day, it almost like it fuels me to still pour into somebody else to turn their day around, and it turns my day around. So, yeah.
Okay. So, what are the biggest challenges you face with your new life?
Girl, paying these bills. Because everybody wants money, okay? Light bill, water bill, cable, like, hello.
It is. They don't stop.
But on this serious note, how I want to rephrase that is being by myself. I've never been an adult before. Like, people, they, you know, they laugh and joke. When I was with my husband, I seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could, you know, he was the primary breadwinner, you know what I'm saying? Because he made more money than me. And so not having a second income, and just being able to maintain and sustain on my own has really opened my eyes to, like, oh my God, the girls is really out here doing this. Like, the girls is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been, I mean, you know, not saying y'all in general, but you know what I'm saying? So these past 2 years, I've just been like, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh my goodness.
Klondike bar, can I use that? Sorry, mama. Love you, girl. So
it's real.
It's real, honey.
It's
budgeting has been big for me. Having to maintain my children. Well, you know, mine's just older.
Yeah.
So, and she does what she, you know what I'm saying? She kind of maintains herself. But Buddy is expensive to be a boy.
And the older they get, the more they cost.
Right.
And I got 25, 26,
Woo,
18, like, the older they get,
my
the more they
goodness.
cost. So with that being said, are you teaching Maya now to the independence? How far are you going with the independence? Because like with my daughter, like, I get it. You know, you don't want to teach them so much independence that when the husband does come, that they run them away because they're so independent. But they have to have, because you never know, they have to have a level of independence. So are you teaching her that now?
I am absolutely teaching Maja every single thing that I can possibly think of, because I absolutely believe as a woman, you need to live on your own for at least a little while until you depend on your husband to come in and do for you.
Because it may not be divorce that happens. Something else may
something
happen,
else, like you may lose your spouse,
right?
Yes. You know what I'm saying, or he may be incapacitated, right? You know, where it's gonna be you that's gonna have to not only be the breadwinner, but also the healthcare person. You know what I'm saying, for your spouse. So it's not necessarily saying, you know, separation or divorce, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe y'all were not even married and you were living together and he decided to move on. But I absolutely pour into Maja. I told somebody the other day, everything that I've learned late, I'm trying to teach her early. But Maja is so different from me. Maja is in a league of her own. And I'm proud to say that she's not like I was when I was 20. Maja was not even like I was when I was a teenager. Wow. She had much more independence. And I'm not ashamed to say this. Maja is teaching me things that I should have known years ago that I did not even know. She is teaching me.
They will. Legend, for instance, is in women. You know, going to college, driving. Like, we drove her down there and she's driving. She's in, you know, and like you said, even going through, like, she's showing me, like, I was a teenage mom, you know, and that was one of the things I was afraid of. I always prayed to. Not that anything was wrong with it, but you know what I mean? Like, I get you know, and I hope y'all know what I mean. You know, but absolutely. It's one of the things I prayed for. And when she got through high school and the college, and I'm like, she's, you know, independent. Like, she's working. Like, I was working as well, but she's working. And, you know, season she paid her car payment. But they really will teach you.
They will teach you.
They will teach you. They will teach you. And I'm like, I'm so proud.
I'm proud. I am so proud. You know, Maja came to me and she was like, Mom, you never taught me this. And I had to look at her in her face and I said, there was nothing, I couldn't teach you something that I didn't know. Do you know how? And we had to literally sit down and have a conversation, because she said, you never told me. And I had to look at her and say, but I didn't know. And then you sometimes it's just something that you maybe learned over time, and it doesn't resonate with you to teach them, right? Because you know, you figure out they'll learn it all, but you know, and then when they do learn it, and then they come like, well, my mama, I had to learn this. Yeah, I had to learn this, and that's exactly what she said. She said, I had to learn this, and what was crazy, Shannon, she had to teach me. That was what was crazy. That she had to come back. Yeah. So it has literally the past 2 years, 2 years or 3 years. Oh, 2 years. Lord, give me, girl, already out. Can we say already out? Hey. So the past 2 years, every day has been a learning experience. Even when it comes to my son is independent, but he's only independent in some areas. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And just, girl, listen. And just like learning from him. And then having your children to pour back into you, like spiritually and emotionally. Like last night, I was having a tough night, and I was having a conversation with Maja, and she was like, "Well, how do you feel?" And girl, I just went left, and I was like, "This, this." And do you know that she looked at me and she was like, "Girl, look at you now." She was like, "Look at you right now in this very moment." And it was just like, I was just sitting there with the look on my face, and I knew she was right. I knew she was girl. She was quoting scriptures. She was just giving it back to me, like, and I'm just looking how do you?
He was training her up
and not even knowing to pour back into me. Buddy will come up to me and he be like, Mom, we need to pray right now. See? We need to pray.
Wow. And
you know what I'm saying? It'll prayer will allow you to see what you spoke. Prayer is nothing but a conversation to Jesus. Remember, not to God, but to Jesus and to the Holy Spirit, because God doesn't even hear our prayers. It has to go through Jesus. It's Jesus and the Holy Spirit that's having a conversation. So it's amazing to pray for something and see it.
I was just about to say that. Answer prayers. You're living answer prayers.
You know, I told somebody not too long ago, I said, I am living on the prayers that I prayed 10 to 15 years ago. Because the truth be told, 2 years ago, I couldn't umber a prayer. I couldn't even speak to God the way that I wanted to. I couldn't even pray for some people the way that I wanted to 2 years ago. So I never called their name. I never said their name because I knew that my heart wasn't in the right place. I knew my heart wasn't in the right place. So there was no need of speaking or praying because I was going to have to repent later. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. That's some truth. That's true that I believe a lot of people will never speak on because, well, where we at? What's the name of this show? Cutting Through the Red Tape. And so I'm just now learning to pray those prayers where I know that I want to see God move in that area or in that person or in this time.
Matthew 7 is to be direct with God. Ask him.
Ask him.
He knows what you need, but
you gotta ask.
So you gotta do some work. You gotta know what you need.
You gotta talk to him.
I'm learning, or I heard somewhere, the kingdom of God is voice activated.
It's voice activated. It's not hard.
It's not hard.
It's not heart activated. It's not mind, because 9 times out of 10, our mind and our hearts are not even in alignment.
The heart is fickle. It's fickle.
Girl, let me tell you about that heart.
Your mind and give you a clean heart. You
gotta clean your heart. So, baby, let me tell you, locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean no 9 to 5. I don't mean no weekend stay. I don't mean none of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what I know that God did for me. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I got people coming to me right now. They say, girl, I don't know how you made it through. And I'll be looking like, girl, I don't know how I made it through either.
I know how. I do know how. God. That's it. That's to him be all the glory. You know, that's really. And then it once I started understanding that, going back to the perspective, once I started understanding, you know, that there's purpose in this. You know what I'm saying? There is a reason for this. You know what I'm saying? The Lord used me to help somebody else. And you when we were talking years ago when you told me that's why you go through a lot of to help somebody else.
The blueprint.
Yeah.
I'm the
It's
blueprint.
really not for you.
It's not for me.
Yeah,
No, we were just vessels. That's it. We're just a vessel. You are a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people out there who are blueprints. But they don't realize it because a lot of people don't want to share their story. And the Bible also tells us that we overcome by sharing our testimony. You know what I'm saying? To help somebody, you know, like what was I saying? I was saying one day, I was like, in the chapter that I wrote, I want to be the person that I needed. And I'm not saying that there was nobody to help me. She just never came forward. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people go through similar things. They just don't come forward. And it's nothing. Listen, when Jesus died on the cross, he killed shame. He killed pride. He killed all of those things that will make you feel like you are not good enough to share your story. Yes.
Okay. So I guess that was a segue for how do you stay motivated during tough times?
I stay motivated because I'm proud of me. I see me. And no matter how nobody else see me, I know what I had to deal with personally. And I know that what I went through could have possibly taken someone else out. And for me to have processed through and then came out a better version of me, because I am going to say that I am a better version. Not bitter. I'm not a bitter version of me, but I am a better version of me. And I'm proud of who I am. And I'm not saying that to say that I haven't made some mistakes in the past 2 years. I'm not saying that, you know, I came out, you know what I'm saying, unscathed, however they say it. Like, baby, when I jumped out the airplane and I pulled the parachute, it wasn't a glide or a walk. It was like, I tumbled.
Rolled up in the parachute.
Rolled up in the parachute, baby. I had to fight my way out. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to reach in my pocket, pull out my little pocket knife, and cut some strings on the way through. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I can kind of laugh about it because I'm on the other side, and not saying that I'm all the way on the other side because I still have a ways to go, but I can say that once I cut myself free from the parachute, I was able to stand up and walk. Was in the cocoon. Became a caterpillar, I would say. I got married when I was young. I had a baby when I was young. We have been on our own since we were young. And you know what I'm saying? I see the caterpillar. And I see how even when I was in my marriage, that God had me in the cocoon. He had me there. And then once my separation happened, I came out into a butterfly. And so it's exciting to see the different stages of your life. You know what I'm saying? Where I felt like it was over. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I felt like losing my marriage, it was over for me. It was over, literally. So I had to fight the mind, and I had to tell myself that this is the beginning of the second half. The first half, the door is closed. and I was able to walk into the second half of my life.
Somebody told me this, that even divorce sometimes can feel like grief, lost, really lost. It's the same stages that you go through with grief,
Yep. And that's I have had to deal with, because I did have to grieve my husband, and and I'm not saying that one way is harder than the other, but when you think about it, grieving a person that you have to see that have moved on with their life, and you're kind of like stuck in this place, but you get to watch this person, or you get to see some of the events that go on in their life. That's tough to deal with. That's literally tough to deal with, and having to wake up every day and tell myself, okay, this is my new life. He is in my old life. This is my new life. So what are you going to do with your new life? You get what I'm saying? That's almost like living in the world, and then you get saved, and you can't party no more like you used to. You can't cuss no more. You can't cuss no more. And you can't drink no more. That lean, you gotta put it down. You can't be with everybody no more. But is it not so? When you change your life from becoming a worldly person into the Christian world, there's some things that you absolutely have to leave behind and let go. And I had to let my husband go. I had to let him go because he was no longer part of my life, and he won't be part of my new life other than the father of my children. And so it was the exact same. And so that's how I had to look at it, and that's how I had to literally, Shannon, I had to literally wake up every single day and say, okay, TED Talk to myself every day. It was a choice. It was a choice. And that's what we as a human race need to understand. Everything is a choice unless there's something else going on. Unless there's something else going on, you absolutely have the choice to wake up every single day to be mad or to be happy. Absolutely. And I was reading on Facebook yesterday, and this guy posted, I think it was the pastor at First Baptist, he said, it takes more energy to be sad. And it does. Like, it's draining.
I'll say this all the time, and I still remember to this day when I was little, people ask you if, what could you, if you could do something, what would you never do when you was little or whatever. And mine was always, if I had the ability to never be mad, that would be, and that's still to this day, if I had the ability to never be mad or upset, I would not do it.
I wouldn't do it because it changes your whole, it changes everything.
Even sometimes
in your face.
Really,
you know what I'm saying? And then for me, my level of mad is not normal. You know what I'm saying? So I try to laugh and I try to have a good time. But baby, when I get there, and even the choice to do damage, I still make the choice to do it. Did you hear what I said? Baby, I have sat somewhere for 1 hour and I said to myself, this is going to be positive. We're going to do the right thing. And it's going to be okay. And baby, within 1 second.
Well, I'm not going to make that phone call. I'm not going to say that.
And I do it anyway.
All that time, I done prepared myself to still call and say
what I wanted to say. But it's a what? It's a choice.
Okay. So what is the best advice you have ever received?
The best advice that I have ever received was when I did my very first show on the big stage with Shay Newton.
Okay.
And she said, choose you. Yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
still do my hair. It's about time, girl. I got to wrap it today. But she said something, and I have heard it. It's common. Like, it's common. But it did not hit me until that day when she said, choose you. Choose you. Because at the end of the day, somebody else is going to absolutely choose them. And all of this time, with you pouring, with you giving, with you sacrificing, with you loving, with you caring for someone, with you presenting, we often forget to choose us.
I think that could be applied to
Everything.
Even kids. I love them.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't choose. I want to babysit them.
Baby,
I want to babysit.
girl, these past 2 years, let me tell you something. I love my kids, but I had to choose me to be better for them.
Absolutely.
They needed me to be whole. And the only way I could get whole,
I was whole, because there is a difference. That's where being healed and whole. Yes, ma'am.
There's a difference.
Yes, ma'am. I was meditating on that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Healing is something.
A scar can heal.
Heal. A scar can heal.
Don't mean there ain't no infection is done created after it's healed.
Right. And it doesn't mean that when you touch it, it's not going to hurt.
Right.
When you're whole, I can talk about everything that I have experienced because it doesn't hurt me anymore. When you're whole, you're able to minister and mentor. You're able to talk to somebody. You're able to be there for that very person who was not even there for you when you needed them. When you're whole. Not when you're healed, when you're whole. And so in order for me to get to a place of wholeness, I had to tell my kids, I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. Today is about me. This weekend is about me. You get what I'm saying? Yes, I know that you're well taken care of. Yes, I know that you have everything that you need. But for this time period, I'm getting my hair done. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the movies. I'm going to give me something to eat. I did it all.
Maybe don't make sense. Or maybe not don't make sense. That's not going. Y'all not going.
Yeah, you're not going. You're absolutely not going. And I still love you.
I'll be back.
But and then let's just apply that to all areas. You know what I'm saying? Even when it came to my mom, there was just times where I couldn't. You got 2 other kids, call them. You know what I'm saying? Even when it came to friendships, I did not have the capacity. It's not that I don't want to. I just can't. I can't. I love you because, and that's another thing. I'm going to say this too. I had to stop because the advice that I was going to give you was to knock all this stuff over. You see how damaging and traumatizing that can be?
Yes.
That you get on the phone and be like, girl, let me tell
right
you.
Into that. That friend called me.
Yeah. We ride, and then people say, we ride at dawn. No, baby, we ride now. Broad daylight, in the night.
And I know that ain't right. That's not what I'm supposed to tell you.
That's not what I was supposed to tell you. And it's crazy because I'm the type of friend that I'm going to meet you there. You know what I'm saying? You said it happened at Walmart. It happened at 3. It's 4:30. She should still be on the clock. You know what I'm saying? But I had to tell myself that in this season you can't give advice. In this season You can pray, but you can't pray. You get what I'm saying? In this season, it's not a time for you to show up for people. In this season, it's not time to be the person that everybody calls, that everybody needs. And I had to recognize that for myself.
And you know what? Those people who are supposed to be there are still going to be there after that season is over.
Yeah. If they're supposed to, if they're supposed to, if they're supposed to be there, offended,
they're not going to get in there. But if they got offended, and I think that's a way to look out people too. For the way God remove people.
Let me tell you something. When I tell you these new glasses, I don't know if they meta glasses. I don't know if they like. You know, I got them from the professional eye care in Vincent, but baby, these are different. I don't know if it's the frame, the lens, but baby, when I tell you these past 2 years, I can see clear now. The rain is gone.
Because mine came from professional across the street over there.
Don't you see that?
I did. What I tell you, they came some people, places, and things.
Had to go. And baby, let me tell you, when I put them shades on. Girl, they hate them shades. Ray Charles to it all. Shannon ain't messing with you. I'm not messing with you.
Okay, what does the Job experience mean to you?
So the Job experience is my favorite man out of the Bible. Okay. If anybody knows anything about Job, we know that Job was a righteous man. Mm-hmm. He was a man, who loved God, who cherished God, who honored God, who reverenced God. Mm-hmm. We also know that Job was chosen. Now hear me. Job was chosen to be played with. I'm just gonna give it to you in how we talk. The enemy, the devil, went to Jesus and said, "Allow me." And some years back, when I sit and think about it, all of the sermons that I have preached, I have been through. I spoke. So I've had to go back and see what I was talking about in that sermon, because I did a sermon on Job, and it said you have to be chosen. You were chosen to go through this. You were picked. God picked you for this thing. And he said, and Jesus said to him that you can do anything that you want, but you cannot touch his life, his soul. So just imagine a conversation is being had with the Father concerning you. And we should be so proud that Jesus is having the conversation with the enemy, saying, I know that's my child. And I know what they will do in this very moment. So because you are faced with something, it's not that you have been left. It's more like teacher's pet. Let's bring it all the way down. You are the teacher's pet, because think about it. You are in a classroom with 18 other kids, and the teacher knows your name. The teacher calls you to pass out papers. The teacher allows you to walk the student to the bathroom or to the office. The teacher asks you to do certain things in the hallway. You don't think the teacher gonna protect you? When it comes down to the nitty gritty, the teacher is gonna go to bat for you, and that's what Jesus did with Job. The enemy said, I can't touch him because you have a hedge of protection around him. And Jesus said, you can, but you just cannot touch his life nor his soul. And when Job processed all the way through, my Bible tells me that he was given double for his struggle. So Job had 7 kids. He ended up with 14. I think it was like 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 10. So he was able to not only live through those 10 kids' lives, but an additional 10. He was not only to have abundance from the first half, but he was able to have abundance from the second half as well. You gotta rock with God. The hard places do not last as long as we think they do. Through my journey, I listened to this one song by Ty Tribbett, and it says "Only One Night."
I love that song.
The song is like 10 minutes long, but I had it on repeat. Only one night, because I know if I wake up tomorrow,
His mercy, grace and mercy
every day. Every day. Girl. Woo. That's perspective. You were chosen for all, because out of all the people in the world, he chose you. And it's not to say that somebody didn't go through something similar. Again, like I said earlier, but we are equipped with different things to go about it different ways. And it's just the fact of us sharing our testimony that'll be able to pull somebody else through. A lot of people tell me, like, you tell too much of your business. Like, y'all gonna put it together anyway. You gonna put 3 plus 3 together and end up with 7. So I might as well come in and use the 7 and subtract the 1 and make the original equation 6.
Somebody told me that too before, and it's not. Listen, I probably already know the question you're going to ask me, so I'm going to tell you what it is, because I don't want no more questions.
I don't want no more questions.
Here, this is what happened. Okay, them lay it all out.
Right. But because that's what you want to know anyway. That's what you want to know. Oh, girl, I didn't even know.
And I love how everyone do that. Hey, Mom, when you went up there and told all these business in the rap battle.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, you know what? You have to watch it.
I'm going to watch it, yeah.
It's Eminem. It's about his life and how he went up there and told everything in the rap battle. And when the dude got up there to battle against him,
he ain't had nothing to say.
He ain't had nothing to say.
So the joke is on you. I tell people that all the time. It's almost like I've been living in a glass house. You get what I'm saying? And you know, that was hard for me because that was my whole thing about the separation. I didn't want to be embarrassed. I don't like being embarrassed. I don't. I heard
somebody say one time that there's I can't be embarrassed. That's not me. I can't. I'm not there. I'm not there. What? Not being embarrassed.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, don't embarrass me. Yeah, like, don't embarrass me. Like I have a problem with being embarrassed. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? And so that was the whole thing for me, was being embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Especially given the events that took place. You know what I'm saying? And the events that still need to take place, you know, that was my whole thing, was I did not want to be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to think to myself, it's life, you know, and I'm living in a glass house. So instead of, you know, I don't broadcast my business all over, but if I feel like someone needs something from that piece of my life, I'll share it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Because I know people look at me and they say, oh my God, like, I even had this one lady, this was a year ago, she was like, how do you even look like this? And I'm like, girl, what the world I look like? What? And she had told me that it took her more than 5 years to even process the fact of her being divorced from her husband. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she needed to see me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't nothing that I did.
Nothing that you did.
It was nothing that I did. It was the only thing I did was
choose.
Every day.
That's all you do is choose.
Every day.
Every day. I'll never forget. I watched this movie. It's called Even. I think it's Even Days. The name of Jennifer Lopez.
And yes.
Lost their kid. And I said, God, Lord, I thank you.
Yeah. And what Jennifer Lopez was a ghost.
Yeah.
The whole movie
she was a ghost. And sometimes I see people and stuff like that. Maybe it's not today, but it really happens. Like I see people lost their children and they never got over it.
They never got over it.
They never got over it.
They never got over
Lord,
it.
I thank you. And that was even more reason to show me, you were chosen.
You were chosen.
You were chosen for a reason. I was called and chosen.
I think I contacted you not too long ago. I'm not gonna go into detail or anything, but I was like, do you know her?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't give her what you could. You get what I'm saying? We don't have to talk about it, but that was a perfect example. Like I longed to help her, but I could not. And you know what I'm saying? And the first person I thought about was you.
So because it was something I didn't realize how close. It says when it hits that close to home, you feel the pain, and I did not realize how close it was because then when I realized, and I'm like, I just hit him, son, my daughter, like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and then even thank you for it because I didn't even know. I didn't until later on that afternoon, and I hear him talking. I'm like, wow, but thank you.
Yeah,
for
it's just certain things.
Yeah, and it reminded me I still have an assignment, and I'll still now. Okay, because and I and I said it's going to be after everything is said and done is when you need somebody because when you're going through when it's quiet, when it's quiet,
and that's through everything. Like it's your journey is yours, but also you need people. You need them, and you need them in certain points of their journey. Like my best friend, and God knows she was going through April. Shout out to April. She was going through her own spiel, but I can remember calling her one night and just screaming in the phone and just, you know what I'm saying? And the only thing I heard her say was, I'm on the way. And I remember her putting me in her van and taking me to her church. And I can remember sitting in the van. We never even went into church. I can remember her apostle coming outside. It was like the whole church came outside. Excuse me. And I remember the hands that were laid on me. And I think about, had I not had her in that moment, like where I would have been if I would have just allowed the enemy to drag me down.
And this, and I said, God knows, He knows who to keep around you.
He does.
He knows who to keep around you. I'll never forget this. This was August 21st. I think the year was either 2012 or 2013. My grandson had yet been born. I went to church at Mount Pleasant. And Kia, one of my great friends at the time, the sermon was, I'll never forget, was be in position. Be in position. And he gave a football analogy. How the quarterback has to throw the football to the thing. And she got me up and she ran me around that church. And my grandson's birthday is August the 21st. He was born 2014. That is my son's son. So had she not been interceding on that, whatever it was, I needed that hedge of protection around me for that day
for you to come
for
out.
me to come out. It's my grandson's birthday. His daddy is not going to be here to even see him turn around.
Wow.
But this is the date, and I'll never forget that date. And you know, and what she did, and it was like something in her, like she, something in her. And to me, it is that being in position, and you have to have God around you.
You have to be in a place. And I just said this before this show even started. I just said this, and this is for anybody in this season right now of your life. And I don't even have to know what you're dealing with or what you're going through. But in this season, everything around you, everybody that's around you, every place has to benefit you. I'm not telling nobody to be prideful, or I'm not telling anybody to be stuck on yourself. But there comes a time in your life where you have to absolutely choose you. The pastor said today at First Baptist Church, he said, it is absolutely okay for you to block them, cut them off, leave, whatever it is that you need to do to secure you and your place and your position in Christ. You got to do it. I don't care if I blocked you on Monday and seen you in Walmart on Tuesday. I'm going to speak and keep it moving. Because in this season, we have to have those people around us that's going to absolutely benefit us. If it's not beneficial, you need to let it go. High dates, low dates. That's it. Absolutely. You have to. Your heart. You have to. Your heart. That the Bible tells us to guard our hearts above all things. That's it. And if you don't have your heart protected, or even in the right posture, we spoke on that too. Like you gotta know what's going on with your emotions, with your feelings. You gotta know, because, and I'm gonna say this, I'm not sure that we can, but you can easily turn into a witch. Yes. You can easily turn into something or somebody that you may not even know that you have spoke yourself into. So you have to be careful. And that goes back to what I said earlier. When I was going through my season, there were some names I absolutely did not call. And that was for a reason. So I thank God that my mind was in the right place. That he kept my mind. And he literally had me.
Gosh, I say that out of my mind.
My mind.
Keep my mind.
Keep my mind.
And from 2015 to 2020, I lost it. I made some of the worst decisions in my life that almost caused me to ruin my God and my children. Because even though they see me making crazy decisions, they still did not. Right. Still poured into me. And I think that's the only thing. Because I think about the movie that we were just talking about, and it wasn't to that. It was just decisions I was making. I didn't see ghosts, but it was just the bad decisions that I was making for my life. Because I was still, walking around functioning. But I was making some bad with people. Yeah. And you do that, but God will snap you out of it. Yes, he will. He will snap you, because I sit back and I think like, oh my God, the Lord protected you because you absolutely had no business being there. It was nobody but the Lord that shielded you because you made a decision to be there, and he still kept you. He still kept you. Even in that, there's this Fantasia song that's called I Made It. I heard it. Girl. I heard it. I love it. I made it. Okay. With that being said, all right. So, what would you say about your journey and where you are today?
So I was afforded the opportunity to be a part of a book collaboration called Unmute Her. Now, when I was approached with the invitation, my mind instantly was like, no, I'm not going to be able to do this because, for one, I'm not an English major. Like, y'all follow me on Facebook, I'll put a run-on paragraph on that mug. So I know y'all be talking about my little status. And so I was like, I was thinking to myself, I told her, I was like, yeah, I'll pray about it. Whatever situation may be. And then from there, I was thinking okay, here I am going to tell my business to you here. You get what I'm saying? But it was so many, I felt like I was in a place to where I was ready for that next step. Because as I had mentioned earlier, I wanted to be what I needed. And I said to myself, you are the blueprint. Like, you are the blueprint for what you went through. You know what I'm saying? So if there's somebody that's going through something similar, then I'll be able to say, girl, let me tell you something. I wouldn't go down that road because this is what happened to me when I went down.
And even for your children too.
Yeah, for my children. For my children, because they saw everything firsthand. They got everything firsthand. You know what I'm saying? And for my chapter in my book, it doesn't just talk about my experience with my ex-husband. It goes all the way back from childhood. It almost gives you the beginning to how I ended up here. It's good. Yeah. And the name of the chapter is called Becoming. And so that was so profound to me because, like a butterfly, I started out as a caterpillar, and then I blossomed. Well, I went to my next stage, and then I came out a butterfly. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that I'm learning, getting to know. You know what I'm saying? Letting my no mean no and my yes mean yes. Like, it's almost like a power. Like, I'm making the choice to do this very thing. And I think that's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful place to be in, that you get to choose. And so I can't remember the question, but this book is with 9 other beautiful ladies who is sharing their journey and their story, and I am excited to be a part of, and I'm excited about where I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the best studio on this side of heaven, 810 Studios, with one of the baddest producers, owners, Tamika. And Tamika is
part of it because it's grown.
Yeah, so
shooting in the gym with her.
Yeah. And listen, Tamika, we push each other, and so I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? So with the book, being with the podcast, new experiences, being able to meet new people, see different things, being able to just be happy, just have real joy.
Yes.
We're like real joy.
Joy.
It's
the most exciting difference between happiness and joy.
It's a major difference.
I can be happiness comes in spurts, but when it's bad and I still have a peace, that's, to me, that's true.
You're not finna get up here and preach on my show like this. Now, I invited you here. But yes, there is absolutely a difference between happiness and joy. Yes. And when I tell you that you cannot find happiness in a human, the Bible says that you gotta have me in order to have joy. That's what the word says. Jesus, you gotta have Jesus in order to have joy. Because when you're reading Romans 8:28, and you know that all things work for your good, even in the bad, I still have joy. Even if when I'm Even when I got $2, I got joy. Even when I got $500, I got joy.
Going on, and reading everything that's going on, and you still can say, okay,
Okay,
I believe.
I
And
believe.
you still can say, I believe.
I
You
believe.
read that and say, and how in the world, like, how is this working for my good?
How is it working for my good? And then when you can sit back and look back, when you can sit and look back and say, now I see. Now I see. 6 months ago, I was a mess. But today,
That's what I said. It's been 2 years. 2 years.
and look at you. It's beautiful. I've always thought you was a beautiful person since the moment that I saw you. But to just see you thrive and live, it's not for you, Shannon.
And it could be connected to people like you, Johnson. Like, that was what, 2017, I think it was. Because, when you saw me, I remember you seeing me, it was 2016 when you saw me at church. It was, almost 2 years. Wow.
Yeah.
We're
And so, still
here.
rocking.
Went through all what we've been through, and we're
Still
here,
here.
talking about, laughing about.
Yeah.
Amen. So, what inspired you for your current career now that you have? What inspired
Life.
Life.
Okay.
Okay.
Life.
All right.
That's it. Life. And I ain't even gonna sugarcoat
Okay.
nothing. I talk about everything that I've gone through, everything that I went through, from losing a son, from my godson dying tragically in a house fire. Like, I've been through so much. And when you see me, you gotta know that it's Christ. When you see me, you have to know that I am, in a place to where it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to continue to talk about what I deem necessary to help somebody else. Because I didn't go through all of that for nothing.
Stay the same.
That's right. That's right. And when I get to where I'm going, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you about that too.
Yes.
But you won't see a hair follicle. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So, what advice would you give to somebody that's starting their own business? What would you give?
In the business aspect, I'm just gonna narrow it down for everything. Choose you, and everything else is gonna follow. Walk with Christ. Allow Him to show you what you need to do, show you where you need to go, show you who you need to be connected to. Discernment is so very important. Sometimes we get connected, yes, and we get hooked up with people that we don't have no business being hooked up with, and then everything crash. So Christ first, yourself, and keep your business to yourself when it comes to something that you want to do. Because listen, there are a lot of cats out here that like to profit off of your vision. So know who labor among you. We gave a lot of Bible today. Know who labors among you, because a lot of people will get close to you just to see what they can take from you. And so I take that I give that advice. And that's not just in the industry. That's in your personal life, baby. They be wanting to know who your man is. They be wanting to know who your girl is. You know what I'm saying? And they get close to you to figure out what you got going on in the midst of your world. And so, know those who labor among you, and pray for discernment.
Yeah. So, do you have a hidden talent?
No.
You don't have a hidden talent?
No.
It is what it is, right? It is what it is. All right. So, in closing, tell the listeners how they can connect with you, and about your work.
You guys can connect with me via Facebook. I'm gonna try to work on changing my name. I think it's like Culbreth LaShonta, but I'm gonna try to switch it back around to LaShonta Culbreth. That's Culbreth. I also have Cutting Through the Red Tape Facebook page. You can find me on YouTube. You can Google me, baby. I was at school the other day and I Googled myself. And of course, the nonprofit information pops up. But you can absolutely reach me at 810 Studios. Yeah, because the students was like, Miss Shay, are you famous? And I was like, not yet. Humbly, of course. But of course, 810 Studios, you can get in contact with Miss Tamika here, and she can put you in connection with me as well. Or just hit me up. I see y'all all the time. Just, say hey, send me an inbox or whatever. And yeah, you can connect with me any kind of way. Through Christ. Yeah, if you ain't coming with the Lord, don't even come. You gotta come with the Lord in this season.
Team Jesus.
And if he sent you, I need biblical references. Yeah, that's the book, the chapter, and the verse. I'm just kidding, I'm messing. But yeah, so, and if you would like to purchase a copy of my of the book, I am chapter 2, and it is called Becoming. Shout out to Latasha Renee, another Renee, the fabulous Latasha Renee, for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful collaboration. The book is entitled Unmute Her, and I urge you to grab you a copy today. I love you guys. That is all. We thank you, Miss Shannon, for being on the show with us. Major shout out to 810 Studios, and we're out. Peace.